Okay, here we go. Composite shapes. On your note guide, you see the word composite shapes. Let's define it. You're going to write it on your note guide. So this note guide's for you. You keep it in your folder. You use them during assignments, quizzes, and tests, right? So let's define composite shapes. What is a composite shape? Here we go. A composite shape is this. Shapes, write this down. Shapes made up of one or more simpler shapes. As simple as that. Shapes made up of one or more simpler shapes.
You want us to write it on the paper you gave us?
Right, so that's a note guide. You get to keep, you don't have to use your paper today for notes. Shapes made up of one or more simpler shapes. Taking notes. All right. Example 1. So on example 1 that you see there, so for example 1, let's go ahead and find the area and perimeter here. So you have the graphic there on your note guide. I'm going to put find area and perimeter. Find area and perimeter. Here we go. Let's do area first. Now there's different ways of coming about this problem. This is a composite shape because it's made up of simpler shapes. It's not a normal shape like a circle or a triangle or a rectangle. It's made up of parts, simpler shapes all combined. So if I look at this, I'm looking at I see two squares at the bottom and a rectangle on top. Notice. Composite means bringing together things that are different. Okay, that's one way of seeing it. Look at this. Here's another way of seeing it. I see one big rectangle with an empty, with an empty rectangle right here. In other words, the square units that fill up the empty cavity, cavity is like an empty space. This cavity right here, what I can do is I can take the area of everything, pretend everything's here, and then subtract the area of this empty rectangle from it. And it'll give me what's left over. That's another way to see it. So I can either itemize it, chop it into pieces that are familiar to me, or subtract whatever emptiness is from it. All right, so here's our first game plan to find the area. Let's find the area first. Area, we're going to write area of whole. Area of whole rectangle. Area of whole rectangle minus area of empty. Okay, that's the game plan to find the area. I'm going to find the area of everything, and I'm going to subtract the area of the empty from it. So let's first find the area of the whole rectangle. I'm going to highlight the area of the whole rectangle. So you can mark up your paper the way you see fit. So look at the area of the whole rectangle. I'm going to highlight in blue. Notice. Look at that. Last week we learned how to find the area of a rectangle. How do you find the area of a rectangle? You did it for warm-up too. Area of a rectangle is length times width, huh? So the length and the width of the whole thing, the blue. Okay? I'm going to pretend everything's gray. I'm going to pretend that this white empty area is not there. I'm pretending everything's gray for now. Let's just pretend. Let's make believe. Okay, so if I'm going to find the area of everything in blue, that's highlighted in blue, that's the length and the width. It's a rectangle. It's the shape is a rectangle. So the length would be from here to here. Well, let's see. From here to here is 2. This has 2. From here to here, Chim, what'd you get from here to here? Yeah. It's the same as from here to here. So 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 more is 7. So our length is 7. Okay. And now let's find our width. So our length is 7, our width then is going to be from here to here, in this case 5. So the area then is going to be 35 square meters. That's if everything was gray though. Everything is not gray. We have this empty cavity here. Well, we'll subtract that area of that empty cavity. The area of it. So we're dealing with area here. How many square meters fill this gray area? Look at from here where my hand's at. How many square meters fill this space up here? Well, we know 35 square meters fill everything up, all this space, gray and white. So the area of the rectangle, the whole rectangle is 35. Now I'm going to subtract the area of the empty rectangle. I'll highlight the empty rectangle in red. Right here. So let's focus on this empty rectangle. I'm taking the area of everything, and I'm going to subtract what's in red from the area of everything. All right? Look. Go to get it, okay? Turn the music off before you get in my class. Please. Every day, okay? I'm not mad at you, but it's really a distraction, seriously. So this empty cavity, let's subtract it from the area of everything. The area of everything is 35. Okay, so this is an empty rectangle. So 3 times, how big's from here to here? From here to here, this would be the width. I know the length is 3 of the rectangle, this empty rectangle.
2.
2, how do you figure 2? What's your argument?
Because, what's that line called again?
A tick mark?
Yeah, the tick mark.
Right, the tick mark communicates are the same. Very good. Perfect argument. Okay, this has got 1 tick mark, that means this is 2. This got 1 tick mark, that's 2. This has 1 tick mark, that means this is going to be 2 also. 2 meters. Those tick marks mean something. Pay attention to those whenever you see a picture. All right. So the area of the empty rectangle that I highlighted in red is going to be length times width, right? It's a rectangle. The length is 3. The width is 2. The area then is 6 square meters. Right here, inside this empty rectangle, it's 6 square meters. So let's see, the area of the whole thing, I'll subtract 6 now. Look at, here's the area of everything. That was gray and white. Now I'm going to subtract just the white. This was 6. All right? So let's see, 35 minus 6, 29. So it's going to be 29 square meters. Square meters. So this gray area ended up being, so this gray is 29 square meters. Where my hand's at, this irregular composite shape was 29 square meters. Okay? So what was the game plan? Everything minus the empty. Okay? Let me show you a different way to do it really quick. I'm going to do it one more time quickly, but from a different perspective. So that was option 1. Option 2 is, look at, divvy it up into 2 squares in a rectangle. Check it out. So on your notes, you can put, if you want, put OPT2, option 2. Check it out. I'll take the area of this rectangle, put area of rectangle, plus, these 2 are squares. Now look at it. Plus area of 2 squares. 2 squares. Different game plan. You're still going to get 29 square meters. So it's just a different game plan. You see it from a different perspective. So area of rectangle. The top rectangle. Let's see, that'll be length times width. Okay, so the top rectangle right here. The length, we already know from here to here, was the same as from here to here. That's 7. The width from here to here, what would be the width on the top one? Let me highlight it in blue. Here's where you have to use logic. Logic is the rule of correct thinking. So I know from here to here is 7 because 2 plus 3 plus 2 is 7. So this length is going to be the same as that. So the length here is 7. How about from here to here? I know from here to here is 5, but from here to here. So from here to here is definitely 5. That's from here to here. But I need from here to here. I need to use some logic here. 2. I know from here to here is 2. Look at it. Well, what's 5 take away 2?
3.
There's got to be 3. Because I know from here to here has to be 5, and if this is 2, this must, by logic, has to be 3. Talk to me. Not yet. Watch this. The length then is 7. The width is 3. So 7 times 3, 21 square meters. Now let's find the 2 squares. So look at, so we found the area of the top rectangle. Now let's find the area of the 2 squares. This square and this square. I'll put them in red. Squares are like a rectangle, just length times width. So length and width. So length times, so the area here would be length times width. Also here. The length is 2. The width is 2. That's going to be 4 square meters here. This is also going to be 4 square meters here. So I have the top blue rectangle is 21 square meters plus 4 and 4 make 8. Lo and behold, we have 28 square meters. Actually 29, what am I saying? I need my coffee here. The coffee hasn't kicked in. Same answer, just from a different perspective.
I'll drink some more coffee.
Yeah, I just said that.
Range direction?
I just answered that.
Please, I don't need that.
Hold on. Let me just do the perimeter real quick. There we go. How about perimeter now? So we're still on this example 1. Perimeter. Let's add up all the sides now for perimeter. Remember, perimeter means boundary. Here we go. I'm going to add this side, plus this side, plus this side, plus this side, this side, this side, this side, this side. Add them all up. That's your perimeter. Let's do it. From here to here is what again? Thank you. Plus 5, that's going to be 12. Plus 2 is 14. Plus another 2 is 16. Plus a 3 is 19. Plus a 2 is a 21. Plus a 2 more, 23. Plus 5.
28.
28. 28 what? Chickens? We're still confused.
Oh, just meters.
Just meters, right? Just meters. Square meters are for area. That fills in this two-dimensional space. It's normal meters. Okay? Let's go over one more. We'll do the next two. We'll do the two in the back after the break. So let's do one more. This is the next one on your, this is example 2 on your notes. Okay? So let's find the area and perimeter of this one. I'll put A and P, just for short, area and perimeter. Let's do this. Area. There's two ways of finding the area. The first way is, let's pretend the whole thing is here. Let's pretend I have a big gray rectangle. Look at that. By the way, those of you who are loafing off and falling asleep, that's how you not earn your participation points, so you have to stay awake here. In summer school. Stay with me. What I'm going to do is find the area of the whole thing. Area of whole minus area of empty. Look at this empty rectangle here. I'll find the area of everything, gray and white, and then subtract the area of the empty, and it'll give me what's left over, which is the area of the gray. Notice that game plan. That's the first game plan. I'm going to put option 1. OPT 1. Okay, area of the whole. Let's do it. What shape is the whole thing here? What kind of shape is this? Rectangle. So the area of a rectangle is length times width. Area of the empty is also going to be a length times width, because that's a rectangle also. So let me do it off to the side here. Here we go. Length is 8. So look at area of everything. Length is 8. Width is 6. So this is going to be, I'll bring it down here, 8 times 6. Okay. So the area then of the whole, that's the gray and the white, the area is going to be 48 square units. They didn't specify, so we put this regular square units, right? There's no inches, they didn't specify. For example. Marina? One example 2 then. Now let's find the area of the empty. Area of the empty is, here's your empty one. The empty is going to be length times width. That's going to be 12 times, or 4 times 3. Right? Which is going to be 12. 12 square units. So this empty rectangle, this cavity, so to speak, is 12 square units. Okay, so I'm going to subtract the two. I'll take the area of everything, which was gray and white. Okay, this is gray and this is white. That's all of this gray and white was 48. The white empty was 12. Let's subtract those puppies. And it's going to give me what's gray. 36. 48 minus 12, 36 what, Cortez?
Unit square.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Because we're doing area. 36 square units. Is it great? Composite shapes. You gotta be able to do composite shapes to math 2 students. Okay, that's option 1. How about option 2? What if you look at it from a different perspective? I did whole thing minus empty. What's another way to see this? Anybody?
Just cut it into a rectangle and square.
Thank you. Cut it up. Chop it up into pieces that are familiar. Watch. Let me chop it up into, how about this? I've got a rectangle at the bottom and a rectangle on top. Get the area of each one, add those puppies up, you're going to get 36. I guarantee it. If you do it right. Or, how about chopping up this way? Long rectangle, little rectangle, get the area of each one, add them up, you're going to get 36 also. There's actually 3 different ways, actually 4. Look, you can do it this way even too. You want to chop it into 3 rectangles? Go for it, knock yourself out. Get the area of that one, get the area of this one, get the area of this one, add them up, you'll get 36. Let me do just one of them. I'm not going to do all 4 options. Not enough time. I'll do this one. The first one I chopped it up into. If you want to do it differently, knock yourself out. You got your own note guide there. Go for it. Option 2, here we go. I'll call this rectangle 1 and rectangle 2. I'll put area of 1 plus area of 2. Area of rectangle 1 plus area of rectangle 2 better be 36 square units, or we did something wrong. Here we go. So area of 1 will be length times width, in this case 4 times 3. Plus the area of the second one is 6 times 4. Any questions so far? It's hard to read some of you this morning, whether you're with me or not. Some of you are with me, some of you are like, I don't know.
6 for 1.
Go ahead. Question?
6 for 1.
Okay, so look at this bottom rectangle. How do you find the area of a rectangle? Length. Look at times width, huh? Here's your length, 6. Width is 4. Right? Let's do what we worked on last week. Moving right along. Here we go. 4 times 3 is 12. 6 times 4. 24 plus 12. There's 36. 36 square units. Same thing. It is. It's not that big of a deal. Let's just find the perimeter and we're done. I'll give you the time to work on quiz 1 or assignments 2 and 3 till the break. So perimeter. Perimeter is easy. Just find all the boundary. Okay, so the perimeter is 4 plus 3. Here we go. Start here. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 8 is 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 4 is 25, plus 3 is 28. 28 units. Not square units, but units. All right. So the 20 minutes to a break, and then I'll give you some time after the break also. You're going to go and finish quiz 1 from Friday. It's already on Google Classroom. I'm not going to post it up here. Go to Google Classroom and finish quiz 1. and then start on assignments 2 or 3, whatever one you're on. Okay? Questions? If there's anyone? Any questions? I'm gonna open up the Google Classroom, the laptops. Go and grab it. You know what number you are. If you forgot, I have the sheet up here. If you forgot what number computer you are. We'll go from there. Let's go back row first.